Good evening to all. Myself is
Renowned speaker. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Maria Raja Peter, and I'm an English and Global Perspective educator. And I'm that is professionally and also a freelancer trainer for IELTS and spoken English courses. I'm a trained TEFL and TESOL trainer as well. I'm associated with Antariksha India as an advisor and volunteer. I would like to hand over the screen to a founder and CEO of Antariksha India, Mr. Ishant Dubey, so that he can enlighten us on our mission and vision of Antariksha India. Ishant sir, over to you.
okay. So, good evening to all. Myself is Shan, and actually, recently we have started as today's evening we have gathered here. So, actually, we have gathered here. We have so many eminent speakers to listen them, and we have our NGO virtual launch. So today we are gonna to launch our Antariksha India web portal. So when we talk about like vision and mission, so as our website will launch, I'll give the brief note on it. Okay. So at present, actually, if I talk, we'll be basically going to work into three areas. One is education, inculcating the education. The second one will be going to work on the environment part. And the third one, we are going to work on animal rights part. So these three areas where we will be going to work. So inculcating education, when we talk about there are many students who want to study, but their family, like in terms of if we talk, they are not able to support. So in what way we can support to them? And we will be having some kind of events, we'll be having some kind of programs as the website will launch in shortly. So you will be looking, we'll be looking into it. So we'll be having some kind of event like back to school, where we'll be helping to the school students especially, or uh, for giving the guidance to them, like some mathematics, physics, science, and your like computer literacy, like that. And apart from that, like we'll be having some kind of events where we'll be helping to the students for preparing the competitive exams. And apart from that, we'll be having some kind of event uh, like recently, if we talk about, we have conducted some of the event related to um, a drone satellite launch event where I have taken almost more than 2000 students classes virtually. So one of the guests is there. He will be might be talking about it. So that kind of event. And when we talk about environment, so as I said, we have three areas to work. As we as humans, we have to work on it. Second, environment, and the third one is that is animal rights. So they all are interlinked to each other. We have cycle, right? So if so, they are interlinked. So that is what we plan. We have to work in the three areas. And the third one is animal rights. So like as we all know that at present, like just for example, if we talk about how animals having basically emotions but they cannot express, so somebody should be there who can express their emotions, because they nowadays we see that they pass through a lot of pains, so they cannot speak about it. So as a humans, we are the most intelligent like we can say species on the earth. uh, we can who has to talk about animals. So that is what we'll be looking. So uh, that is what. So I'll be giving brief as the website will launch. Okay. So that is what from my side. Now I would like to hand over to Miss Maria Peter. Yes.
Okay. Well, it was an amazing insight given by Mr. Nishant. Thank you so much. Now, without wasting time, I would like to invite today's guest of honor, Mr. Sudhir Mittal. And in short, I would like to give a little bit of introduction. He's a chemical engineer and who's passed out from IIT Kanpur in 1970. And he's also a mentor for young entrepreneurs And now I would like to invite sir to launch our website and share his experiences with the participants and students across the country. Sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Maria and Ishant, for having me over to your program. Uh, 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 are we going to launch the website first, or shall I speak first?
Yeah, sir, you can speak about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you see, I have been talking to various students in different colleges. Somebody want to start an industry. Just to give you a brief background, I worked for 10 years in a multinational corporation just after passing out of IIT from 1970 to 80. And then I got bored. And then I said, okay, I want to do something on my own. In 1980, the word startup did not exist because nobody knew about a startup. But yes, we wanted to start something. So we started an industry. And it was a product which was never made in India. So we said, okay, let's try and make it here. There were no machines to make that special product. So we built our own machines, did our own engineering design of the machine, and make it work. The result was that in about 20 years of struggle, we were able to produce products which we were exporting to all over Europe. This was not a very large quantity, but it was such a special item that they wouldn't buy from anywhere else. Why I'm giving you all this background is that if you, any of those students, people who are sitting here, if you decide to do something, you can do it. Take an example of the vaccination program last year taken up by Mr. Modi. Normally, a vaccine would be developed in anywhere from 15 to 20 years. But when the country got together and said, no, we have to do it in 14 months. We did produce the vaccine, we did the vaccination, and we threw the COVID out eventually, after it did a lot of damage to the country. Not only that, we shared that vaccine to almost more than 100 countries around the world. So that is the kind of model. Now you can see what is happening around us. And all of you young people, I think that's what the new generation owes to us older people who are sort of on their way out practically. But yes, so that is one side of the story. And what else should I say? I think I wish you all the very best, that you should do well and find your own target and shoot it. Okay? So all the best to you. And you can start your portal now.
Okay. So, sir, actually, I have shared you a one link. You can open that link, sir, on the browser. And then you can share the...
Actually, I won't be able to do it, so you please do it on my behalf.
No, no,
because I'm not very tech savvy on this browser and these things.
Okay.
Although I worked on a computer back in 1966.
Okay.
In IIT Kanpur, which was the first computer in the country.
Right. Okay. So fine.
Yeah, please.
I'll be doing that. So
You
once
you
have, yeah, you have to...
my startup.
Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, I'll be sharing that screen now.
Okay.
So once the sir says launch it, we'll launch it. Okay.
Launch it, please.
Yeah. Okay.
All the best.
So I have shared the screen.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. That's great.
So I think...
Okay, I'll click it. I'll click it for you. Oh, okay. You have to click it actually. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, just please click it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now, yes. So now we have redirected to our website. So this is our home page. Right, my Miss Maria, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your precious time and wonderful experience. What I can get things from all you said is believe in yourself. That's the main motto that you gave to everybody right here. So, yes, we should believe in ourselves. And now I would like, since Ishan sir itself did the launching, so I would again hand over the thing to him to give us, take us through the website and let us know what exactly the website is. Sir, again, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so now I'll be giving some short brief. I'll not take much more time, but yes, okay. So here, this is what our home page. Here you can see, like we have the tagline, acknowledge the knowledge by exploring yourself within. So like the tagline we have taken because there are many of the people who did not uh, they don't think about their like how much knowledge they have. They don't respect for it. So the thing is we should acknowledge whatever the knowledge we should have and we should work on it and we should move ahead. So based on that, that is what like we have selected this tagline. I wish that you all will like that. And let me go through this home page. We are at present at home page. So here you can see we have home page about as achievements, exam preparation, back to school events, and that. And we have the last one, the important one, birthday tree. So this is a very most important I'll be discussing, and you might like that idea also, you all of you. Okay. So here if you look at this homepage, so here we have one kind of you can see here Albert Einstein International Scholarship Test. So I'll be discussing about it shortly. So if I will scroll down, so here you can go through it. Here we have our this whatever our vision and mission based on this video have. You can look into it. So like this is what we are gonna to do for the society. So the first thing is inculcating education. The second, as I was talking about, nurturing the environment, and the third one is safeguarding animals. That is what talking the rights for animal, talking about right animals means animal rights. So like here we'll be helping how much we can help to the students in terms of maybe teaching to them, in terms of maybe some kind of help we can do, or maybe financial help. So like that. Nurturing environment means by doing the campaigns or some kind of events conducting related to environments like that, or planting tree like that. So we'll be doing that kind of thing. And safeguarding animals. So we'll be talking about animals' rights and how painful the life of the animals is. And like we have one more guest today, Mr. Aditya. So he'll be talking more briefing about it. So he is actually animal activist, and he can give like he can explain better. So that is the thing. So then here, like previously, we have one of the event which like this is you can see here dynamic model. There's a government is called school student. Her name is Radha Meera. So actually previously there was some events has been conducted like satellite launch event. So one of the student is here. She designed a geostationary satellite model by some virtual sessions was there. So she has designed that model. So it was really appreciative. And that Ramakant sir has joined as one of the speaker. He know about that. So this is one of the video which has given by one of the student, and this is the one of the achievement she has done, and it was a wonderful like model. She attended the virtual sessions which we have conducted, and based on that, she designed that model, geostationary satellite model. And then purpose, if you talk, so as I said, we Antariksha India are the profit organization, non-government organization, which work for the upliftment of the society through meaningful education. And it has been founded by the group of people who are passionate about to do something for the our mother earth and for our society. So then, like nurturing event, if you talk about like past what we have done when we are talking about environment. So one of the NASA scientists visited India. So on that time, we have some kind of NASA talk. So on the time we have planted some of the tree also, I mean plants. So there, and previously also we have planted on the occasion of Environment Day or Earth Day some of the plants, so that you can see here in the snaps. Then when we talking about animal rights, so here you can see we have conducted some of the we do have some of the events which conducted in past, like vegan potluck, world vegan activism day, where what we do, we make the people aware about animals and their rights. So this is some of the snaps of that. And like here one of the video which you can visit the website, our website, and you can look into it. So here's one video is there, you can see. So there we are just making aware people about animal rights, and how the painful the processes they are going through, if you are talking about especially like dairy products and all. We love to eat all those things like dairy products and all, but the products and like animal based products, how it comes to that process is very painful. So animals cannot talk about. So we as the humans, as we are the intelligent, we should talk about them, because they have emotions, but they cannot talk. And here some of small video. And then here you can see, if I go down here, we have some of the course that is in Hindi and English, Introduction to Satellite and Rocket. So where a student can register for it. This is totally free of cost. And their student can register and they can learn about satellites and rockets, their basics. Like if, it is in both language, Hindi and English. And further we are planning to do the course in other Indian languages also. Okay, so this is what our homepage. And here okay, let me go to the next tab. Okay, so next we have about us. So okay, let me go for, okay, let me go whatever the programs will be going for, then I'll come for about us. So like we will be having some such kind of like programs, exam preparation, you can see that on the tab. We'll be having one program that is called Back to School. Okay, and like last one is the birthday tree. So birthday tree is about, I'll be talking. So okay, in exam preparation, what we'll be doing, we'll be having a lot of many national exams and international exams. And recently, one of the exam is will be there in 2023 in the month of January, Albert Einstein International Scholarship Test. So there, student can participate into that, and if they crack that exam, government will be helping them like in financially on some training. So we'll be helping to the students for this scholarship exam, that how to prepare for this exam. So we'll be uh, taking the sessions for the students, and how they can crack this exam and how they can prepare for the exam. We'll be giving the guidance to them. So that is the thing. And national exams like ITJs, we'll be having NEET exam, advanced ITJ means and advanced. And then we'll be having like for post graduation like a GATE and TANSET, that kind of exam. Like if I click on the national exam, so like at present we are gonna to plan for J means advanced like GATE exam, TANSET. So we'll be taking the classes for the students who are really who are really passionate, but they are not they want to study, they are very bright student, but the thing, the finance comes, finance, the thing is their family cannot support for that. So we are will be coming forward and helping them. So this is what our national like exams, and in future we'll be adding more. Then international exams will be having like some of the people will be planning to study abroad. So like we have to go through like GRE test and IELTS and like TOEFL test. Okay, so these exams also will be going to help to the student to prepare for it. Okay, so this is what the part in the exam preparation. And if you talk about Albert Einstein International Scholarship, so this is the exam which is gonna to be conduct in the month of January 2023. So there we have like the government is going to support financially for the student who will be cracking this exam. So we'll be helping to the student like how they can crack the exam. We'll be taking the classes for them, and we'll make them prepare for this exam and make sure they will crack it. If in case if they are not cracking also, they will learn so many things from that information. Okay. So this is what our exam preparation, one of the thing is program will be running in our NGO, and will be having to the people. Then we have another program that is called Back to School program. in which especially school instrument we talk about. So we have like basic subjects when we talk about mathematics, science, and then we have computer literacy and language learning. So we will be helping because when children are in schools, they will be they will get fear from at present also I see that students get fear from the math, science, and that kind of subjects. So we will help them to come out from that kind of that fear from those subjects, and we will help them to, maybe we will take the some virtual sessions, so maybe if it is possible physically, we can take the classes for them for mathematics and science. And then computer literacy, like at present we have 21st century, right? So we should be we should have the basic knowledge of like computer. That is what computer literacy. So we'll be just helping to the student to learn about basic knowledge of computer. So that is what. And language learning is, we'll be having some kind of some people say they are really passionate about to learn multiple languages, right? So we'll be having such kind of program, people will be students or people who are interested, they want to learn multiple language. Like India itself, we have so many languages, right? So we'll be having some kind of program. So there they can learn about if you talk about Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, those languages they can learn, they can explore. And apart from that, some of the foreign language like French and German and like that. So we'll be having the people who will be helping for that and taking the classes for this. So that is what our back to school program. And the last one, which is a very important, which I like, and especially we have discussed with our team, and this they really like, and I wish that you all will also like. So birthday tree, what is that? It is basically the thing is okay, let me open it. So here you can see Sudhi sir, if you can read that, what is the tagline on this? You can. Yes, Sudhi sir.
One more.
Yeah.
Share the date and we will plant a tree on your birthday.
So I think from that tagline itself, we can identify what is that. So what
Very
is the
nice.
thing?
Very nice.
So here, what
Very
you can do, you can fill this form, and on your birthday, so what we'll do, we'll plant a tree on behalf of you. So that is what our plan we have under the as our second goal is to work for the environment. So that is a thing. Okay. Now, if we talk about we as Antariksha India as NGO, so let me open the about us. So our vision, you can see here, preserve the Mother Earth to live a quality life by acknowledging the knowledge, as that was our tagline, acknowledge the knowledge, protecting the environment and safeguarding the life of animals. So we have to preserve our Mother Earth, because we don't have any other planet B. B option we don't have. So we have to protect our Mother Earth. So for that, like we as humans and environment and animals, they have the cycle. So definitely we have to work for it. So we will acknowledge the knowledge. We'll work in such a way that so we can preserve the Mother Earth by acknowledging the knowledge, and we can protect the environment and safeguarding. We can talk about the animal rights. So that is what. So this is the inculcating education, nurturing the environment and safeguarding animals. So that is what our major three pillars of the organization. And if you talk about our previous events, so I have taken more than 2000 students classes. Like previously, we have some kind of drone satellite launch event that happened in Dehradun, and after that in Rajasthan also we have recently one of the event seminar and happened related to Pico satellite. And after Rajasthan, recently, like once the Rajasthan that event over, so we had this in Chandigarh also, one of the events, because that seminar was there. So some of the snaps has been kept here. So these are the some of the achievements on behalf of Antariksha India, you can say. So this is the thing. And when we talk about our executive committee, so as you can see here, Mr. Ishant Dubey, so that myself as a founder and CEO. And if you talk about myself, so I'm a STEM education facilitator. I used to encourage the student about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That is what. And we have today so many speakers who are experienced, who have a lot of experience about STEM education. And my area of expertise is UAVs, satellite, and rockets. Okay. And as a president, so she's my mom. Okay, because without parents, without mom and dad, we cannot achieve anything. So she is the president of like Antariksha India, and my father, vice president, and then my sister, treasurer. She is specialized in sociology and rural development, and we have like as Maria Peter, as she said in the beginning, she is the advisor, and we have one more advisor is like Mr. Srikant. He is a skill language facilitator, like Hindi, Marathi, Telugu language. Then our mentors. So most of the mentors today have joined, and they'll be giving their like they will be delivering their presentations. And also like one of the NASA scientists, like Mr. George Gabriel, as I was discussing recently, he is visited here in Hyderabad actually, and he has given the speech, and he has interacted with the students, and he talked about NASA's like whatever the NASA achievements are, what they are planning, and how they like now do. Basically, he talked about NASA events and all. NASA talk it was. So he was one of the he is one of our like mentor. Then Priya ma'am, so she has today joined as a speaker. Then Mr. Amar sir, the Ramakant sir, who is a STEM education facilitator, and he having lot of experience in STEM education. And we have that drone satellite event. So he was one of the person, and he is from actually American India Foundation organization, Rajasthan. And then we have another eminent speaker, that is Mr. Anurag Pandey. He is a senior project engineer at Department of CAC, and he is also a subject matter expert in STEM education. And he's from IT Kanpur. Then these two are my friends, Mr. Bilas Shuni and Isal Dikshit, and they are the alumni of IT Delhi and IT Kanpur. And we have one more guest today, Miss Tamil Selvi. So she'll be also giving some presentation. So she's a PhD scholar in the networking and communication. So these are the few of our mentors who will be guiding us time to time whenever we need their help and the thing. And achievements, if we talk about, so um, here recently one of the scholar from the grade 8, he received Nama Namni. He received the Young Achiever Award 2022 at Chandigarh. He's from actually Hyderabad, and we have guided him like for this award, and he has finally did it. So he has lots of talent, and based on that he received. Then if we're talking about like as we have previously lot of many events like drone satellite launch mission 2021, then IRSD award Chandigarh, where that Mr. Naman Amnit got awarded. Then previously WASME SME Awards 2021, and this is one of the letter actually today. Sudhir Mittal sir is there. So this is the letter when I was in my 5th class, and there's an organization Shiksha Sopan. One of the speaker is there,
Oh,
Mr. Atul
okay.
Kumar from the Shiksha Sopan. So on that time, I received this letter. So this letter is about actually from my 6th class to, if I talk about, so from 6th class to 12th class, and after PG and my UG, all the expenses, whatever that they only have take care. I have not paid any even 1 rupee from my pocket. So they have helped me financially because my family background is like not that much. I'm come from like you can say average family, like a medium family. So they have helped me a lot. So Siddhi sir is one of them, and Mr. Atul Kumar is there. He will be talking about Shiksha Sopan, what that organization, what they are doing. So that is actually in IT Kanpur. So this is the letter which I thought I should keep it. It is one of the memory for me. So that is the thing. And
Very good. Very good.
without Shiksha Sopan today, what I am, I think I could not achieve that really. If Shiksha Sopan was not there, I think I could not have received this, and I will be somewhere else. Okay, so that is the thing. And these are some of the achievement which is mine, and that Mr. This is the thing which I kept. So that is the thing. And I would like to just play my short journey because I thought I should play that, so you can watch it and you can enjoy it. Yeah. Is audio is audible to everyone?
No,
Oh,
sir.
No, sir.
okay, right. Let me just
No, sir.
Okay, let me connect the audio. Okay. Now, this is what my achievements which I did in my colleges. I visited all the across India, most of the places. So that is what the short my journey as what I did in my college and at all. It was the short journey. I thought that I should just express. Okay, fine. So that is the thing, and okay, I will not take much more time now. So I will just talk about event and then I'll hand over to the Miss Maria Peter. So these are the some of the event which has been completed. You can visit our website, and so our upcoming events are there. So like DSRS will be 2025. So we have some kind of event 2025. We'll be knowing shortly about it. Then we have when we talk like this is related to education and the Albert Einstein that is also comes under education part, and then Vegan Forest Festival. So there it is going to conduct like next year, like February month, and where we'll be talking, we'll be doing the camping in the forest, and we'll be exploring about the environment and animal rights. So that kind of event is there. If you want to participate, you can visit our website and you can know more about this. So that is what from our side, my side. Yes. Now I would like to hand over. I have taken so much of time. So okay, now I would like to hand over to Miss Maria Peter. Yeah, ma'am, hand over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all the insights. And I can see the chats. A lot of people commenting congratulations. So thank you for all your greetings so far. So now, without wasting time, I shall request our speakers to share their experiences and also introduce themselves to our team. So the first, I would like to call upon Mr. Shivam Singhal, and I would ask her to please share your experiences and also introduce yourself to the team here. Mr. Shivam, over to you.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
So, very good evening, everyone. Ishan requested me to come over and give the experiential talk about my learning and past experience. So, to start with, first I would like to introduce myself, so you can be aware of my background. So, basically, I came to know that most of our joiners are in the school. So, I will proceed according to that and give the direction based on my experience. So first of all, I am a mechanical engineer, and I started my journey like everyone in during their school days with the big dreams. So I also have a very big dream of becoming an astronaut, either for ISRO or NASA or maybe some European Space Agency. So that was a big dream of my childhood. So as I proceeded ahead in my studies, I was a bright student. As I came to 10th class, I got very good grades. Further, I proceeded with physics, chemistry, and math, like everyone. So during my 11th, 12th, my grades were not better as they were in the 10th standard. But still, I had a dream. So as most of you must be aware, to getting into a space organization, we usually believe that we have to go with aerospace engineering or aeronautical engineering. So based on my grades and my score, I wasn't getting a very good college, which we usually think IITs, NITs, or maybe some other very renowned college. But still, I pursued with the dream of becoming an aerospace engineer. So I took a admission in a, I say, very third class college, which most of us asked me to not to take admission into. My parents were against that. My entire family was against that. That you shouldn't go into this college. But somewhat they are right on their terms. Then I again proceeded ahead, but I took admission after fighting with everyone. And after 2 years of my graduation, I realized after 2 years during my graduation in my third year, I realized that they were right. But since it was my call, so I decided that no matter what are the situation, I will go ahead and see what is the best that I can take out of here. So I realized that I should go for the GATE examination in aerospace engineering. I joined GATE coaching in my second year itself, and I plan to give GATE for my third year exam. Third year during my third year GATE exam, I prepared hard again, and unfortunately, what happened at that time, the notification came up from the IITs that third year BTech guys are not eligible for sitting in the exam, GATE exam. Only fourth year guys are eligible. It was very disheartening for me because I was preparing hard, and now this is a new notification that came up. So I said, okay, not to worry, I will prepare again for the next 1 year and wait till I become eligible for the GATE exam. So I waited again for 1 year, I prepared hard again, and then finally I gave the exam during my fourth year. I got a decent rank. It was, I remember, 171. 171 was my aerospace rank. I was getting admission in some IITs, but at that time I decided that if I have to proceed, I will do something, and again I will appear for the examination with a good rank to go for the IITs for my masters. Because already for my BTech I compromised because of the branch. Then again I waited 1 year. During that time I was lucky that I got the opportunity to work with GATE Aerospace Forum. I was in Hyderabad for 1 year. I was teaching over there. So during that tenure itself, I prepared for my studies very hard. And again, I gave the exam after completion of my BTech. So at that time, I remember my rank boost up to rank 58 I got. After that, I decided to pursue my master's in research in IIT Madras. So luckily, I got admission there in aerospace department, and I was there for 2 years. But during that time, I realized that research is a good thing which I am doing now. But the demand of the project which I was doing is such that I need to convert into a PhD. So doing a PhD was a big decision. So I was very confused what to do. Shall I go ahead with the next 4 to 5 years investing into PhD, or what I want from here now? So you see how the paths are changing continuously in the life. First, I wanted to become aerospace. Then I got into aerospace college, but not that good college. Then I got into GATE, giving GATE twice, teaching as well. Then getting into IIT Madras. Now there is a next challenge whether I should go for a PhD or what. My guide asked me to convert into a PhD. I wasn't that interested in the topic for a PhD. So I decided that I should drop here and I should continue with a master's in mechanical engineering. So at that time, I got admission in IIT Kharagpur after 2 years in IIT Madras. I got admission in mechanical design department in IIT Kharagpur. I joined IIT Kharagpur, uh, and you won't believe, after 1 year of coursework, my grades were not very good. My grades were, say, I was having the second highest or third highest grade from the bottom. I was feeling very depressed because I have always been a bright student, but this time, like, you go into a new environment and lot of things happen. Your branch totally changes. So that thing happened with me as well. I remember I was really very depressed when I got very few grades. But at that time, Tata Steel came into the organization to take students for the internship. I sit up in the internship, and the internship was based on, I know most of you might be aware of this subject or not. It is a very popular subject known as CFD, computational fluid dynamics, which has always been my interest. So I got into that internship interview. I got the sponsorship from Tata Steel to work in their R&D lab to carry out the project for the industry. I got there. I was in Tata Steel for 1 year during my internship, and I carried out a very smart project in that field. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day what you are trying to achieve, what you want to do. What matters is how satisfied you are with the thing you are doing right now. So today, it's been more than 2 years since I completed my MTech. After Tata Steel, I got opportunity to work with the renowned steel industry in global platform, that is ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. I was there for 2 years. Now I have switched from there. I have joined the another global industry. So I have teaching experience. I have industry experience. I have experience in IITs. It is, I won't say it is 10 years or 15 years of experience. It is very less, 2 years or 1 year of experience in each and every place. I wanted to be, now you must have been thinking that my childhood dream that I wanted to become astronaut, but I am working in a industry. So during the entire phase, what I realized is that you eventually develop interest in something else as well. So I told you about this subject CFD. When I was doing studying that subject, my interest got developed so much in that subject that I even forgot my initial idea from where I proceeded. So no matter where you are today, what you are doing, what you are thinking of, or how bad the situation is, at the end of the day, what is important is how consistent you are in your life. Hard work is the only thing that can give you success. There is no shortcut. Today I am successful. I am sitting here. I am getting my salary in my bank account. I have nothing too much worry about. But on top of all those things, I am very, very pretty satisfied in my life with the kind of work I am doing. Maybe if someone offers me, say, 10 times of my current salary and asks me to join over there, if I am not comfortable with the satisfactory with the job, I won't be joining there. The satisfaction is the primary key, and the satisfaction is not what your parents are thinking, what your friends are thinking. It's your satisfaction which comes from inside you. That are you satisfied with the kind of study you are doing? Are you satisfied with the time you are investing in your studies? Because I also remember that I used to make big plans during my 6th, 7th grade that I will study 8 hours, okay, 9 hours for sleeping, doing extra things, all those things, and 8 hours I will study. But we all know it is like you must have made all these plans. Yes, plans are there. We all make plans in our life, but are you consistent with that? If you are not consistent with 8 hours, try to make it 4 hours. Be consistent with 4 hours. You will feel very proud about yourself. So I won't take much time, but uh, just to tell you that life path changes. The final destination is not the only destination. To reach the final destination, you have to cover multiple destinations in life. If you really want to become astronaut, you have to set up small goals. You can't directly think that after 10 years I will be an astronaut and going to space and doing all those things. You have to set a path. What is your limited goal? Like after 6 hours, what you will do? What is your goal? After 1 week, what is your goal? After 1 month, what is your goal? It is not a long-term goal which will take you successfully to the final destination. It is your small goals. If you are going to school, you are going to college, are you doing your duty responsibly? Are you studying responsibly? Are you giving sufficient time to the subject? And on top of all those things, the competition is very high in the market. If you are studying say 4 hours, there is might be someone else sitting outside who don't even know you. He must be studying 8 hours to beat you. So competition is very high. I am not saying that someone who studies 8 hours is a genius and someone who studies 4 hours is not. Somebody who is giving least time can also be a genius, but
That
only hard work can beat the smart work. So if you are not smart, go for the hard work. So that's all from my side. If you have any questions, you all are welcome to ask.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And yes, any questions from our students, they can ask. Please raise your hands. You can use the raise button that's there on Zoom if you have any questions for sir. Okay, I think there are no questions for now. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your insight. And yes, self-satisfaction, the work satisfaction matters a lot for all of us. Without wasting time again, I would like to call Ms. Chandai Priya, our next speaker, to give her experiences and share her professional things with us. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Maria. So let me introduce myself. I'm Chandai Priya. So I started my journey as a teacher just 12 years back. So my intention was never to be a teacher. That was not my dream to be a teacher. So when I was like in grade 10, I used to see this Animax show, and I really wanted to go into nanotechnology. So that's what my dream was, to understand more about nanotechnology and make nano robots that could control the whole world. So that's how imaginary ideas which I had when I was a kid. So what happened, like later after I completed my degree, so as you know, most of us, to finance our dream, we need to work as well. So that's how I started my journey as a teacher. So it was just by chance, not by choice. So I was working as a teacher, and when I started interacting with students, I saw that there's a lot of things that they needed. My education was completely different, where I learned doing things all by myself. But here, the children were spoon-fed, and they were becoming more dependent on teachers. And when they completed grade 10 or their inter, they were not enough skilled to get jobs. So that was very saddest part. I was like, thinking, what is the education doing to our children? So they are the future. So how are we building our future? So that is where like, my heart, went towards that direction, that I need to not just teach, but, bring the revolution in the field of education. So I need to be the change. So that is how I started my journey. So I worked for 5 years teaching English, maths, and science. And I was interacting with many students. I was trying to understand what are the problems they're facing and what is the kind of education that we are supposed to give to those students. And then I started I started a school with the help of some people. They have all come together, and then that is a place where when I started to work as a head, as an academic head. So where I have the power to make a correct curriculum which is actually beneficial to the students. So there is where all the ideas which I had could be implemented, and I have seen the changes. And today, like, many of my students are sitting here, Ramtej, Kushal, Sridhar, and I've interacted with many of them. So yeah, so it's a wonderful experience. So we grow every day by teaching, and that is what. And I want to bring all this community of good teachers together. So that is how I met Maria, Ishan in that process. So they have the same idea like me. So they are not just mere teachers, they are the educators. I proudly I'm very proud of them, because they are also in this journey to bring a change in this education system. It's not chalk and talk anymore. We need to come up with new methods of teaching, and bring the interest in the kids. So that's from me. So thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity, and I am really proud to be a part of this team.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I was glad I also met you 6 months back. So, any questions from our students towards ma'am? Sridhar, Tanushri, and all? Ishan sir, you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am have answered all the questions which I was saying, so I don't have any questions.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving us this time. So I would like our next speaker, Mr. Aditya SK, kindly join and share your experiences and let us know what was your insight. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Miss Maria. Hello, everyone. I really want to thank Ishant sir for inviting me to this meeting here. It's a privilege to be among with esteemed people with a lot of experience, such diverse experience, and yeah, it's great. I would just like to share the work that I've been doing and my background. Am I allowed to share my screen? Yes, I am. Okay. 1 second. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so about me, my name is Aditya. I am an animal advocate. I have a background in animal protection law. Earlier, I got into my education through computer science. I was mainly into artificial intelligence, but then I recognized that that's not a path that is giving me satisfaction. Like the speakers have talked about earlier, it's very important to prioritize what gives you satisfaction and what gives your life meaning and purpose. So I found my purpose in working for animal rights and for safeguarding the interests of animals, which is one of the noble goals of Antariksha India. So I would like to just lay out some small things that I think are important for everyone to know, and would just lay out why I'm choosing to work on this issue of animal suffering. And as Ishant had earlier mentioned, it's all interconnected. So I look at the intersection between climate change as well as animal suffering and how it connects to us as humans. Yeah, so as we are all aware now, like climate change is a very important issue and it's talked about very widely in the media, in the newspapers, and even it's taught in the schools as well about how climate change is significantly affecting our lives, the environment, the ecosystems, especially the marginalized communities that do not stay in like these posh villas. They stay in more close proximity with nature. So they suffer the most due to climate change, and the animals who call the forests and the ecosystem their home, they suffer a lot due to the global warming and the climate change that human activity is causing. So, I mean, as most people know, it's due to increase in the greenhouse gas emissions, cutting down forests, deforestation, soil erosion, ocean acidification. The temperature of Earth is rising, and the increase in temperature causes a lot of severe climate effects like droughts, earthquakes, forest fires. And this is, and also, melting glaciers, swarming oceans. They not only harm humans. Yes, humanity is something that we intuitively care about. We want to protect other humans. but we also care about biodiversity. We care about ecosystem, the wild animals that are also affected due to the floods, the heat waves, the rising sea levels, and the forest fires. So all of these not only affect humans, but they also affect animals, whether it's wild animals, domestic animals, companion animals like dogs and cats. Yeah, so all of these animals are affected. We are also biologically animals, so all of us animals are affected by climate change. Um, when we ask people, what do you think is causing climate change? Most people just say fossil fuels, vehicular emissions, industries, oil. But one thing that they forget to mention is the agriculture and animal farming. So animal agriculture is the second largest cause of greenhouse gas emissions. Not a lot of people talk about this, but agriculture in itself is a huge emitter of methane and carbon dioxide, which causes climate change and global warming. And as I said, we focus mainly on fossil fuels, but in terms of the emissions, human emissions, because if you look at the resource consumption, a cow is the size of a car, a cow or a buffalo, and one buffalo drinks 10 times, approximately on average, a buffalo drinks 100 liters of water, whereas a human drinks 2 to 3 liters of water a day. So it's like almost 10 to 15 times of water consumption and also food consumption. Cows, buffaloes, pigs, hens, goats, they also eat grains, they eat plants. So what plants we can eat? They eat maize, soya, corn, millets, etc. So these animals, they eat plants. So one animal eats the amount of food that 10 humans eat per day. So instead of feeding that food to humans who are hungry, we are feeding all of that to animals. And one animal feeds like two people. Like the flesh or the milk of an animal is not so much. So it's a very inefficient process where the food is being diverted to animals and we are getting less. And also, if you look at the emissions, like cows, they burp out methane, they fart methane. So all of these, the flatulence on the burping is also very, very potent and causes a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. So some small statistics I'd like to avoid eating into the time of the program. So it is the number one cause of deforestation. It is the number one cause of species extinction, because to raise plants for these animals, our population is 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion people eating meat or milk requires many more animals to be raised. Currently in the world, we are killing 50 billion land animals. So that's why you need to cut down forests to grow food for them, which causes decrease in wild animals. It's number one cause of fresh water consumption. Pandemics, we've seen coronavirus, AIDS, MERS, and also chickenpox, swine flu. All of these are diseases coming out of animal farming. So it also affects, like our health. Factory farming of animals affects humans through diseases. Yeah, and like in the African countries, they grow plants to feed the animals in the Western countries. It could feed the hungry people in Africa, but what the Western countries are doing from the developing countries, from India, Africa, Sri Lanka, and from the South Asian countries, they're cutting down these plants and they are feeding the animals in the Western countries so that the rich elite people from the Western countries can feed on it. And as I mentioned, it is also responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than all of the transportation combined. Imagine combining the emissions from aeroplane and all the vehicular pollution. Much more than that is emitted from animal agriculture. Yeah, so it is given we should also focus on other activities from humans that is causing emissions, like plastic, public transportation, wastage of water. But animal agriculture is something that cannot be ignored when we are talking about climate change or global warming. Now let us talk about values and morals. So we have all heard about racism, where we are discriminating against people based on their race. Oh, this person is a black person, I will not care about them. This person is a Chinese, I will not care about them, or an Indian, I will not care about them. I will care only about white people. We talk about sexism, where we discriminate against people based on their gender. Like, oh, females should get less rights and males should get more rights, or transgender people should not get any rights. So this is sexism. Similarly, there is something called, I mean, there are other discriminations like casteism, classism, etc. Similarly, there is this other form of discrimination called as speciesism, which is the belief that one species, which is humanity, matters more than another species, say a tiger, a dog, a hen. So this discrimination between species, just because I'm human, I will care about my beliefs more than other species. So this is called speciesism. If someone discriminated against you just because you were an Indian or you were because from a certain gender, you would call that wrong. This is wrong. This is unfair. So similarly, if you were born as a dog, a cat, a hen, a fish, and if someone was not caring about your freedom, your rights, you would call that as unfair and wrong as well. So we all have, like Ishant had mentioned, like, we all can feel emotions. We all can feel sadness, suffering, happiness. This is called as sentience. The ability to feel, to perceive emotions is called as sentience. And humans are not unique in having sentience. All other animals also have the capacity to feel pain, to feel suffering. So what matters is, can they feel emotions? But we don't care about animals. We discriminate against them. We ignore them. We ignore their suffering. We exploit. Humanity exploits and abuses animals in many, many ways. Whether it is for animal agriculture, for eating, for meat, for milk, for honey, silk, etc., and or for testing. In pharmacy, for medicines, for makeup, we test on animals. We put shampoo inside their eyes. I'll talk about that. Or whether it is for fashion, for wool, silk, leather, fur, and similarly for entertainment in zoos and circuses. So we exploit animals in many, many different ways. Let us look at them briefly. For animal agriculture, as I said, 70 billion land animals. Land animals are the animals that are only grown on land. If you include the aquatic animals like fishes, shrimps, prawns, octopuses, they are in trillions. The population of humans is 7 billion. And the population that we are killing of animals every year is 70 billion. That amount of the number of animals that are suffering and dying is really, really huge. And no one talks about it. We consider it normal and natural. No one questions, why are these animals dying? Why are we killing them? How are their lives like? So this is animal agriculture and animal testing, whether it is for tobacco, whether it is for shampoos, for makeups. These animals are kept inside these cages and the chemicals are put inside their eyes. They suffer a lot. They feel a lot of excruciating pain. And it is very, very worrying. In worldwide, 115 million animals are killed. Million might seem like a word, but each animal is an individual that was suffering and that did not want to die. So just for a shampoo, can you imagine killing a rabbit or a monkey or any rat, etc., which is killed for testing? Similarly, for fashion as well. Silk is not a traditional cloth that we used to wear. It was invented at one time. So silk comes from insects. A lot of people don't even know that silk comes from silkworm. So these insects are put inside boiling water, and whatever fiber they put around themselves is removed. And 10,000 silkworms are killed for one sari. And you can imagine one silk sari, 10,000 insects. You can imagine for like thousands of saris, how many insects are killed. Similarly for fur as well, fur is taken from rabbits, from mongoose, raccoons. Yeah. Similarly for entertainment, for circuses, they make the bears dance, the monkeys dance. They train animals in circuses, they make them jump through fire. So to do all of this, animals are tortured to entertain humans. Just for entertainment, we put animals through a lot of suffering, for betting, for money, for profits, because animals a lot of pain and suffering. So that brings me to the point what I do. I am one of the organizers of Hyderabad Animal Safe. So we promote a concept, a philosophy called as veganism. So what is veganism? It is not like vegetarianism, etc. Veganism is a philosophy. It's an idea. It's a belief system that I will not support animal exploitation. wherever possible in my life, I will try to reduce consumption of animals, because the more we buy animals, the more animals are killed. Like our money is our vote. Like, if you don't buy cell phones, the cell phone industry will decrease the production of cell phones. So the more we buy animal products, the more they kill animals. So veganism is a philosophy कि मैं जानवरों को नहीं मारूंगा. Whichever product comes from killing or exploiting animals, I will not give my money to it. It's not just about the climate change, the environment, and the animal suffering. It's also about your own health. If you look at the top 10 chronic diseases among humans, like type 2 diabetes, heart diseases, cholesterol related diseases, whether it is like, coming from, what do you call it, obesity. So all of these come from a lot of consumption of animal products. Because right now in animal agriculture, they put a lot of hormones, chemicals, antibiotics inside these animals so that these animals they grow up faster and they can be sold in the market faster. The farmers mainly care about profits. They do not care about how the animal is treated. So a lot of these hormones and chemicals, you are consuming these hormones and chemicals when you're eating a lot of animal products. So when you are sick, you take medicine, that medicine will not work, because you have consumed already a lot of antibiotics by eating these animal products. So even for your own health, eating a lot of plants, nuts, grains, seeds in India, we have a lot of products which you can get from not consuming animals. Even for dairy, for example, we think that dairy is very, very essential. A cow gives milk for her calf, not for a human baby. So you can get milk from soya, from peanuts, coconut milk, from millets, from ragi. So you can get milk from a lot of different sources. You can get your calcium. So even for your health, eating a plant-based diet and not an animal-based one is very, very beneficial. So we promote the idea that animals are here with us and not for us. We are part of an ecosystem where we are all animals, where we are all capable of feeling emotions. And we are part of nature. We are not like the master of nature. And as Ishant said, we are the species that is dominant. We are intelligent. So it is our responsibility to speak up for these animals. So that is what our group does. We are Hyderabad Animal Save. We do activities, we do art, we give documentaries, screenings, we protest to create awareness among people that that it is important to care about animals, to protect them, to speak up for their rights and decrease their suffering. And we are very glad that Ishant has joined us for many of our activities and supported our cause. And we are very happy to support his NGO as well. If you're interested in learning more about our organization, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram. So yeah, that's our message. Bear witness, save animals, and go vegan. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Aditya, for your wonderful presentation. And yeah. So anybody have any question? You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand and you can ask any question if you have. Okay, so fine. Okay, so next I would like to invite our next eminent speaker. Okay, here one question is there to Aditya. I think Jay Krishna Ray. Yes, sir. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. Yes, sir. You can ask your question. Yes.
Jay Krishna.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, there is no question. I'm so nice of you.
Yeah.
I've seen most talented group in Antariksha India today, what I have seen.
Yeah.
And especially Mr. Ishant and the commitment. The group people are with you. It's a fantastic journey.
Yeah.
I'm giving my all well wishes to all of you.
Yeah.
Actually, people, nobody could have thought that the greenery planet we are going to take over, what we are going to give to our future generation. And this, we are not able to protect after 1947 the human rights, right? We are in a depressed mode in a technological world. And here we are talking about the animal rights. It's a so nice concept. So thank of you all. You have raised this point. You have opened my eyes. And till now, I have never thought there is a rights for animals that you have to start our journey. Since I am from technical background also, I have done my diploma engineering mining, then BTech in mining. Exploitation of nature, I never want in my life. So I have taken a commitment. I have totally come out from that the time itself before joining the job. Until now, I have not exploiting the nature. And this is the time what I have seen that animal rights we are going to talk. So we'll be very much thankful to you, to part of you, for your whole journey. Today, what you have started, we'll have a strong commitment with our team, whoever they are in our group. People are going to join. You have to just give me a little bit of guidance in future. We'll just carry forward. So
Right,
nice of you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for wonderful word. Now I would like to hand over to Miss Maria Peter.
Sorry, there's some technical issue with my camera, but I hope I'm audible to all. I would like to call upon Mr. Ramakant Sharma now for sharing his experience and introducing himself to us. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Maria ma'am. And first of all, I want to congratulate IBIS and congratulate Mr. Isan for their Antariksha NGO website launching ceremony. And thanks to allow me discuss with this platform. Basically, let's introduce myself. I am Ramakant Sharma, and my journey is starting with a teaching passion, and I have passions of science and technology teaching because my family is known as teachers family. The passions is hereditary in me, and अभी मैं थोड़ा सा इसको बाइलिंगुअल रखूंगा, तो कहीं कोई इश्यू हो तो मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि आपको इंग्लिश में बताना चाहूँ, ठीक है। तो मेरी जर्नी को मैं दो तरह से डिवाइड करके आपके सामने डिस्क्राइब करना चाहता हूँ। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, नाउ आई एम वर्किंग इन अमेरिकन इंडिया फाउंडेशन. दिस इज ए वेरी बिग एंड इंटरनेशनल एनजीओ, एंड बिफोर दिस एंड AIF के अलावा पहले जो मेरी जर्नी रही है उसको अगर मैं इंट्रोड्यूस करूं तो मैंने BSc बायो से किया है, जो अपने राजस्थान का एक फेमस कॉलेज है, महाराजा कॉलेज, वहां से केमिस्ट्री इन केमिस्ट्री. एंड देन आफ्टर आई हैव ए पैशन टू get a administrative job, so I was preparing. I have preparing for 3 or 4 chance for IAS, and about this journey my father has gone, so I have to return my home place, and those days I got a chance to work in development sector, like Manrega scheme of central government, and I got a chance, and I have worked 3 years as a program manager to sustainable and developing the grassroots level planning. Then after I got a chance in BRGF planning, which is a component to sustainable or similar development. All over India's part, which part is more or less developed. So this BRGF back part is a grant fund scheme. I have served 5 year, for 5 year planning and 5 annual planning, in which we conclude many grassroots level development work. इसके बाद we have got many studies in which Rambir Singh, which inspiration is very important for me. I have worked a educational program which name is computer aided learning, and I am testing in Bharuch and Gujarat interior field. Then after I have planned for NPGL program for girls, and in which I suggest State Finance Commission Committee to introduce a skill development program for school education and for student of our schools, and then we produce a vocational training program like computer literacy, like circuit designing, like repairing AC repairing, electric repairing. This type of program for our school by the Rajasthan government for developing a big project like which product is connected to NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, and I have trained like a assessor, and I developed many skill development center in I also uh, I also start entrepreneurships by NSDC, and I have run 3 DDU GKY center and 2 PMKVY centers. Many event which trained by my organization, they got many placement and many better job and sustainable earning. In my all work has been packed up, and I have gotten a nice foundation and nice organization. In this organization, I have fulfilled my all ambitions, because in this foundation we have worked many sectors of development and many sectors of required persons. I explain some program like Mansi, like a livelihood program, and livelihood program for street vendor, and digital equalizer program, health education in corona period, corona budget program, which is very appreciated by many of government organization, and also international organizations supported and appreciate our this corona budget program. In AIF, I have chance to learning many things, and grassroots level per I have prepare my ambitions, my hard working with grassroots level with the student, and I have very happy to introduce you. I be as an organization, many programs have created for student like SFG Rajasthan program, in which we introduce student about self-learning, self-motivation, gender stereotype, digital learning, and scratch coding, coding, and any other features. In this era, I have got a chance from Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Yes, sir.
And I got a chance from Niti Ayog with the Atal Tinkering Lab. And I have a mentor of Atal Tinkering Lab, and I run 5 ATL labs in my regions, and I always actively participate with the student for new learning, new STEM models learning, and new 3D design learning, and many more activities. AIF in AIF, I got a chance with Visan sir for drone and pico satellite event, in which we prepare our student for this drone and pico satellite launching event, and with online sessions, many more filters, many examination. We at least selected 30 students. For these girls students, we organize a physical event recently in Jaipur, very grand event and very appreciation we have got within as an organization from many more organization officials, others, and the STEM for Girls program basically is a very changeable program in our rural girls student. In this program, we also give them career counseling, support them many more scholarships, and orient them many quizzes, tuitions, many more activities. Many more activities. Now I am working as a resource person, and I trained teachers for this journey which we have started, so that the program is sustainable much more and much more after we drop it. So in this reason, we are also introduce RMI sessions for our student, in which the successful persons introduced with the student, and we are also prepare student for many other scholarship program like Manak Inspire Award, like ATL Marathon, like FOF Science Olympiad, many others more. Or we have observed the changes is begins, and we want this changes begins much more in much more for student futures. So this is my journey about AIF and outer of AIF, and and I am also working with National Education Policy Document 2020 with SCRT, therefore, in which I am a committee member of Science Education, and also updated our document for new education policy focus group creation, and we also I was also appreciated by our director ma'am and many others, and I have a chance to learn about these type of policy management process and creation process. So at the last, thank you, Isant, and best of luck for your organization, Antariksha Vigyan. And when you want our support, I will be actively present there. So thank you, Isant. Thank you all participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all your guidance and support. Last but not the least, I will hand over the screen to Miss Tamil Selvi for sharing her insight and experience. Ma'am, over to you.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ishan sir, for this wonderful opportunity. Ishan sir?
Yes, ma'am, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, I have to introduce myself. So I am Tamil Shelvi. So I'm having total number of years experience, 13 years in teaching field, like various engineering colleges. After that, now I'm doing PhD at and technology. My domain is networking, based upon intrusion detection, how it hacker attack the systems like passwords, the user credentials like this. So how to detect these type of hackers hacking the systems and all. So this is my recent work. My PhD is doing right now. So this is almost done 2 years. One more year is pending. Okay. So thank you, Ishan sir. So first of all, I have to share few words about education. So what is education? Education based upon we have to get knowledge and we have to improve our confidence in our life. Okay. So then we have to improve our career. So what are the personal growth? Nowadays why we have to improve our growth like persons in society, so what we are thinking about, so once we have to learn all those things, then only we can get the right direction in our life. So that is very very important. So what we have to think, what we have to decide, what we have to work, what's our passion, like this and all. So before that, so what is the need of educational development? So based upon the psychology, we can improve our goals. What are the curriculums we have to learn ourselves? So how to development and how to activate the all those things. So that is very very important. So every time we have to focus on the students. We have the not like a teacher, not like we have to focus on the learner. So what they are thinking, what is their our skills, so how to improve the students' confidence levels and how to motivate the students or the personality and how to create the critical thinking and creative thinkings like that all. So based upon the situations, the students particularly we have to improve them. Students' environment. What are the learning environments is available? Like this, we have to create the first thing. The second thing is, so we have to change a lot of challenges in our society. So first of all we should learn about what is the discipline. So we have to teach the students, educate the students and motivate the students, what is the seriousness in the educational practices. So how to face all the problems. So how to education sector is going on nowadays. So we have to instruct the things for the particular students. Okay. So in case they are lagging some subjects, in case some of the students get good marks means, so how to improve that students? That is very, very important. So the next thing is, so what are the characters? So we have to improve the faculty we should have like this. So whenever we have to interact with the students, we should wear proper dress and we have to always smile on his face and we have to create the good voice and the increase the eye contact, how to control the classes. So how to improve our skills, like this we have to improve in our society nowadays. And so nowadays most of the people's how to improve the students, how to get what to say, um, outperforming students, outstanding students, like this. So we have to analyze the particular students, in which domain they are having good knowledge and good programming skills, anything, any creativity like this. So we have to come out and then we have to introduce in the society. Like we should analyze the 5 A is required, like asking, accessing, analyzing, and applying and accessing. So these are the 5 A's required things. So and one more thing is, nowadays it will be more interact with the students. That is social media and then mobile analytics and cloud technologies. These are the latest trending in the technologies. So in research based also, top 5 countries they are using lot of research and developments nowadays. So we have to find out the global talent of the students, and and uh, and we have to improve our knowledge in the students. So that is very, very important. So, and one more thing is I want to share that one. Some students get some categories suffering from like I already explained lack of educations and then services and then programs. So how to improve, in a sense we have to conduct the particular field or particular domain. We have to conduct the any programs, any like symposiums, any like hackathon programs, coding pods, and then creativity pods like this. So we have to come out the students' knowledge. So, and we have to improve the students' quality, and what are the methodologies they are working like this. So, and then what are the assessment skills they are having like this. So, and we have to motivate the students like critical thinking skills and then personal skills. So, always we have to motivate the students in the right manner. So right attitude manners, not in the wrong way. So this what I have to convey them my students. Thank you, Ishan sir, for this opportunity. Thank you for this team. And one more thing is I want to congratulate for the all teams and teamworks and efforts. Uh, Upcoming years we will grow up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for all your words and insights and your congratulations. So thank you for all the speakers for sharing your experiences and insights with us. Now, if any students have any questions, they can raise their questions. Anyone has any questions to any of the speakers? Okay, fine. Thank you so much. I hope all our students and participants and speakers had a great time interacting with each other. I would bid my heartiest thanks to all our speakers, students, and participants to be with us on this auspicious day, and also to be with us for all these, I think, almost 2 hours with us. We are glad to launch our website officially, and we are also looking forward to working as a team in future. And thank you so much for all your precious time for this evening, and to make this evening so wonderful for Antariksha India. Thank you so much. Ishan sir, over to you.
Okay. So thank you so much, all the eminent speakers, Ramakant sir, Ms. Tamil Selvi ma'am, and Anurag Pandey sir, and some of the speakers could not able to join us. And then our main guests like that Mittal sir and Successful Party. I would like to like at the last I would like to mention again that today, like whatever the things achievement, and we are establishing our NGO Antariksha India, so that all possible because of the success of Pan today, whatever. And I would like to again would like to say that. Okay, and at the last I will just and the participants also, so many participants are there, so I would like to just say thanks to being with us and bearing us for almost 2 hours, I think. And I wish that you have enjoyed the session. And at the last, I would like to just, you can just Google it, our website. So what you can do, just let me share. You can just type www.antarikshindia.org, and you can visit our website. You can look at our events, upcoming events. I will just put in the chat box our website, so you can visit, you can look at our website. So just I'm going to type it. Okay, www.antarikshindia.org. Okay, so just have a look at it. We have lot of many events, you can register for it, and if you need any support from our side, we are always there for it. Okay, so I have just kept the website on the chat box. You can just, I think is okay, just a second. Okay, so you can just look at it, and that is what from my side. So anyone having any question, they can ask. So we have a lot of many participants, so if you have any question, please you can ask. Nobody have any question? Okay. Fine. So, Miss Maria, shall we wind up, I think?
Yes, sir, we can wind up. It was a very nice session from all of us. I think we should wind up.
Okay, thank you so much, participants and speaker. You may.
Thank you.
Thank
Congratulations
you
once again.
so much.
Sir, should we wind up? Should we end the meeting?
Yes, 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 we can end up.
Okay. Okay, sure.